Before we go into all of the specifics, let's just make sure we have a clear understanding of what estate planning actually is.
Yes, very confusing to a lot of folks.
Yeah.
But from that standpoint, estate planning is something that we often think it's just a will.
A will,
but
right?
It's so much more than that. So it's really, there's misconceptions out there that it's mostly for wealthy people as well, and that's not the case. So besides having that will, there's so much more to estate planning.
Okay.
It's about protecting your family and also making sure that you have designations for somebody to help you make some important decisions later in life if or when you cannot make those decisions. Okay. So besides that will, medical directives and some power of attorneys, a general or durable power of attorney, and then a healthcare power of attorney in place as well.
All right, talk about those types of power of attorney. Why are they so important, and what are they?
So in estate planning, or a healthcare power of attorney, I should say, that is somebody that's going to help you make health decisions. Sure. If you become incapacitated.
Okay.
So that person is bound to follow any of your directives that you have in place and will really advocate on your behalf.
Okay.
The general or durable power of attorney, on the other hand, that is someone who's going to help you make financial decisions and also be able to make some transactions on your behalf, again, if you are incapacitated.
Right.
So you want to make sure that when you're finding somebody to act in those roles, not only, well, of course, you need to trust them,
sure,
but that they have a full understanding of your situation and of your goals.
And how it probably works a little bit.
Absolutely.
That would probably help. Now, I always thought that estate planning was something that I could maybe wait to think about, hold off at this point. When is it important to start this process?
Estate planning is something that a lot of people tend to put off later in life, but it is important and should be started as soon as you can. Now, as soon as you do have kids or dependents, then creating a will becomes an absolute must.
Right.
And really to name guardians for those minor children in case of a premature passing of you and your spouse. So the other thing you want to make sure you're doing in estate planning is making sure those estate planning documents, and that includes your beneficiary designations for retirement accounts and for anything else that might be in terms of life insurance, to keep those up to date at all times.
So if someone is listening and they're like, okay, great, I get it, I need to do this now, can they contact you and you'll help them out, you'll help them through the process, you'll find attorneys for them or whatever? How would that work? We
can certainly make introductions in that way and,
okay,
and look at holistic financial planning in
sure,
their situation.
All right, well, this is our last segment for this month, and you've really been very, very helpful. I know I've learned a lot. I know you helped me a ton. Are there any final thoughts you have that people need to really hear from someone that deals with this every day on financial planning in general?
Sure. Well, first of all, don't procrastinate with the financial planning, because again, it is so important, and it can make a huge impact on your financial future. And then next, keep in mind that this is not a once and done exercise, that to revisit that financial plan on a regular basis just to keep it up to date as time goes by and things change.
How often do you do that?
It's great on an annual basis,
okay,
to do all those things and review those.
Okay.
And then I would say, finally, find qualified professionals. So find a qualified accountant and an attorney, and then work with a fiduciary fee-only financial advisor who you can trust and that has your best interest in their hearts.
Well, you have had my best interest, I know, and I'm very grateful for the help that you've given me. And I know you're available for everyone else as well, so how can they find you guys?
Certainly. We have an office in Harrisburg as well as Lancaster, and viewers can check us out at ConradSiegelInvestmentAdvisors.com.
All right, and we're going to put that information, of course, on our website as well for you. It's fox43.com. Tracy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Here, Amy.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
back after the break.